What can and can't go into a prenup? Imagine planning your future together and wanting to make sure everything is clear. A prenuptial agreement or prenup is a legal document signed before marriage. It helps decide what happens to assets and debts if the marriage ends or someone passes away. But what exactly can you include and what is off limits? Let's break it down. A prenup can cover many financial topics. You can specify how assets and debts you bring into the marriage will be treated. For example, if you own a house or a car before marriage, the prenup can state whether those stay separate property or become shared. You can also decide how to divide assets acquired during the marriage, like a new house or investments. If one spouse owns a business, the agreement can outline how that business will be handled if the marriage ends. Support payments or alimony can also be included. You can agree on whether support will be paid, how much, and for how long. Retirement accounts and pensions are another common topic. The prenup can specify if these are considered separate or shared property. Gifts and inheritances can be protected too. For example, if you want to keep an inheritance from your parents separate, the agreement can state that. Protection for children from previous relationships is important. You can include provisions to ensure their inheritance or property rights are respected. If you own a business or professional practice, the prenup can address how it will be managed if the marriage ends. Financial responsibilities during marriage, like joint bank accounts or household expenses, can also be outlined. Some optional clauses can be added, such as agreements about infidelity or sunset clauses that change over time. However, these are not always enforceable and should be discussed carefully. Now, what can't go into a prenup? You cannot include anything related to child support or custody. These decisions are made by the court based on the child's best interests, not by agreement. You also can't include illegal or criminal acts or anything against public policy. Personal issues like household chores, holiday plans, or how to raise children are off limits because they are personal matters, not financial. A prenup cannot include unfair or one-sided terms. If a court finds the agreement was signed under duress or is unconscionable, it might be invalid. Also, you cannot waive legal rights that are protected by law, such as the right to seek a divorce or certain protections under the law. When drafting a prenup, both people should fully disclose their financial situation. It's wise to consult with independent attorneys to make sure the agreement is fair and enforceable. Keep in mind that the agreement should focus on financial and property issues, avoiding personal or illegal topics. Reviewing the prenup periodically is a good idea, especially if circumstances change. In short, a prenup is a helpful tool to plan how assets and debts are handled in marriage. It can include many financial details but cannot address child support, custody, illegal acts, or personal household matters. Being clear about these boundaries helps create a fair and solid agreement for both partners.